a good thing. Imagine we are in a strong bullish trend. This is a bullish trend, right? I always say if price is in a trending market, act like this trend will never end, right? So if price makes something like this, I will tell you this bearish movement is a correction, right? All of you know me when I'm analyzing. So if I see something like this, I will tell you, wait for a correction line, for example, and price will go up. So I don't look for sells and anything else. And I always say my first TP is my last high low, for example, my last high level, for example, in a bullish trend. And my second one will be the next zone, right? But why I always tell you this? At first, I have to know about all of my high levels, my last high levels. In this case, this is my last high level. I'm going to show with green if I can. Yeah. Okay. So we had one bearish movement here, and I say this is a correction. Price will break the correction line, and it's going up, right? It come up to my last high level here. There are two possibilities right here. First one is a break and going to this area for making a higher high. Second possibility is coming down and rejects this one. When price reject the last high area, my TP, if I'm going to sell, my TP will be my last higher low. I mean right here. I show with orange. Right here. My TP level will be my last lower high. Or if my trending market was bearish, my TP level, if my last low level rejects, my TP level will be my last lower high. But in a bullish trend, my TP level will be my last higher low. Anyway, so if price reject the last high level, this one, my first TP will be here as the last higher low. But why? Because if price reject here, it will come to here. And this is what I learned from my very good friend who is here with us, Lau. Thank you, brother, for this one. But there is something else. Let me draw this one. Okay. Imagine price came down and not came up. So I will delete this one like this. Imagine price came down and came to my last higher low. There are two possibilities right now. If price break, if price reject, right? So in these two cases, if price break this area as my last higher low area, price will make something people named it double top, and price will reverse and come down, right? This is the only and only and only structural pattern I like, because this is the only structural pattern that is very logic, you know, not breaking any rules. I don't like head and shoulders. I don't like cup and handles because those structural patterns are not very logic for me. Are not, you know, respecting to market structure rules. But this one is a good one because if price break the last lower high or the last higher low, then we can expect price reversing. Anyway, I like to say about, I like to talk about the second option, rejects. If price reject the last higher low again I can expect price coming up to where? To my last high level. Not more than that. Not more than that. Just to my last high level. I won't go for big pips. I won't go for, too many pips. I just go for my last high level. And you know what? It will work. After that, you can see price will reject the last high level and come down to this strong support again. And yeah, it is making ranges. After that, if price is making ranges, the only thing we can do for example, sells in here or buys in here is just waiting. We have to wait for candle close above the resistance, something like this, or wait for candle close below the support for sells, something like this. I will explain break and retest about ranging markets. Would you expect this in lower or higher time frame? Rami, my brother, this movement in we can see this movement, I mean ranging market, in all of time frames, right? In lower time frames, we named it consolidations, right? For example, we call here consolidation, we call here as a consolidation, here as a consolidation, here as a consolidation, here as a consolidation. But for me, if we are a day trader, I just look for ranges. For example, look at here. This is better for explaining. You see, this is 4 hours time frame. So this one is my support. That one is my resistance. For me, I look for ranges or trending markets or choppy markets just in 4 hours time frame. Unfortunately, choppy markets won't do very clear things in lower time frames, and we can't find choppy markets in higher time frames, for example daily time frames or weekly time frames. We can find, but it's more rare, rarely we can find in higher time frames, but in lower time frames price move more choppy than higher time frames. Anyway, for example, look at this one. This one is a ranging market based off this one. I don't know if you remember, but we had a um free group before 2020, and I had a trade right here. I don't know if you remember. And here was my first TP level. Anyway, price had a break of this correction line. I'm using correction line because I know you know about correction lines. Price had a break of this correction lines with this white candle. After that, we had this one as our first TP for 126 pips. That was too much, but anyway, this was my first TP. And my second TP, I don't remember. Oh shit, I don't remember, but another zone, a higher zone. Anyway, price had a break, and price came up to my last high level, right here. I mean, price just reject the last high, so I could expect price coming down to where? To my last higher low. This one was my last higher low. You see, price was making, this one was my low, my high, higher low, higher high, and higher low, right? So price, I could expect price coming down to my last higher low, and price just did that. Price came down again to my last higher low. For reverse, I could use this one. I will explain later more than now for trading in ranges. Anyway, price came down to the last higher low, and price broke the last higher low with this black candle and came up. After that, price came up, made a fake breakout, made this one. After the fake breakout, we could be in buys, and I'm pretty sure I could have this one as well, and this one as well, both of them. Anyway, and price rejected the support again, so I am in a range right now. I just can take a buy to right here, right? So I could have a buy to right there for again this much, and again price rejected, and again price came down, and again price rejected, made a double bottom. This one and this one are my bottom, and this one is the neckline. Not very clear neckline. This one was our neckline zone, and price came up and had a break and retest. After this movement, we had a break, we had a retest, and we can see what happens after that. But all of them you enter on M15. Yeah, I always take my entries on M15, and that's why I stopped out in some of them. I don't remember about those days, about trades of those days, but I'm talking about analysis right now. Yeah, my entries are in 15 minutes time frame. Wait, if I can find the date in my 15 minutes time frame chart. Mickey, most of the time price will go for first TP. Most of the time, I mean, maybe 7. Yeah, this is good. maybe 70%, maybe 80% of time price will go for first TP. It's not loading before that. Anyway, we had this trend line, if you remember, I talked about it right now. This is the fake breakout, this movement and this movement, right? So yes, I had a stop loss right here for sure. But here I don't think so. I think I had this momentum because my entry was right after this candle and my stop loss was below the last low, something like this, and goes for this area, right? Look. So if you are patient enough, you can get these type. Which one you mean? You know, I can't be sure about my entry right now. It is for 1 month or 2 months before, but this candle, okay. You see this candle broke that one, and I could get my entry right on this candle. My stop loss was right here, right? Below the last low. Something like this. This was the first TP, a little lower than that, right here. And the range, the top of the range could be